Hello, welcome to Lunar Magic Tea Time, where we discuss all things magical, mystical, metaphysical, and sometimes even a little mundane. I'm Kristen. It's Tuesday, sometime in June. I want to say the 16th. I went out and ran errands today and ended up at Barnes and Noble and picked up a new tarot deck. And I thought, why not throw an unboxing up just for fun, just for fun. Never done one. Let's just see. So I picked up the Darkwood Tarot, and I don't know that I've even heard of it before, but I was certainly attracted to the art on the cover here. As you can see, I haven't even picked at the plastic, just so let's get into it. Like literally, let's just open this sucker up. Okay. All right. I love these boxes. These, like this, the kind of booky boxes. Ooh. Look at this. Look at how thick that is. What's the book? I love the smell of tarot in the morning, I tell you. Oh, this book looks fantastic. Oh, what fun. Okay. Oh, look at, this is the Hangman. They've got a little blurb. The Hangman is the archetype of the mystic. The deeper you look, the more is revealed. The Nine of Wands is clown crossing. Chariot is the archetype of the hero or the heroine. Spread your wings and take flight. Fun, fun, fun. Fun. I think this one. So this is a little darker than I usually go deck-wise. I tend to like very femmy, very light, or very nature-based decks. I tend to stay away from anything that's going to be too heavy or too sad or too sort of gothy. They're not my favorites. And so I thought this might be a kind of nice balance between the things that I like and the type that I stray away from, because as a person who reads tarot as much as I do, the trick becomes finding ways to consistently challenge your practice. And we do that by stepping out of the standards that we set for ourselves. We do that by pushing our limits and through delving into the cards that make us uncomfortable, or the types of decks that make us uncomfortable. And I think that this deck will really be a good place for me to meet, to have a junction of what I know and what I'm less comfortable with. But we will see. So as always, we start off with the tarot. I gotta say, I love that there's foxes. I am obsessed. I just love foxes so much. And I'm not going to go through everything because, you know, if this is a deck that interests you, I want you to take your time and get to know it as well. And you can only do that through, you know, your own work. But look at this High Priestess. She's very fabulous and ethereal. Oh, I love her. So the thing I do when I get a new deck is I always look for the Hierophant, because traditionally, in a traditional style deck, I hate the Hierophant. I find that card just icky in most decks. I really do. So I look for the Hierophant. And this one I don't find so icky. I find the wisdom, so the Hierophant is sort of very structured, dogmatic learning and dogmatic religion. It's In some decks, it's called the Pope to kind of give you an association there. But I like how this Hierophant is talking about the teachings of the trees. I like that. That's very nice. And then I look up my birth card, which is the Hermit. And oh, Stars and Garters, guys, I love her. She is fabulous. Like Little Red Riding Hood going off to meet Grandma, and that sort of that story in a way. And then I look up well, let's just talk about death for a minute. I don't usually go looking for death. It's usually, I have such a good relationship with the death card that I don't find I need to connect with it in a lot of decks. It's just there, and we have an understanding. This one is dreamy. Well, this deck is not, I do like to always look for the Star, and she is lovely. Just stunning. And the Moon, because the Moon is one of my archetypes, if you will. I wouldn't say that I'm a moon witch. I always tell people I'm an eclectic sort of pagan who doesn't really know what's what 90% of the time. In fact, this morning I was actually asked, is there a best day to cast this particular type of spell? And I just went, I'm sure that there is. I'm not ever going to know what it is. That's not who I am as a witch. I don't know where I was going with that. This is what happens. This is a live DLeo, guys. This is what we're doing too. Oh my gosh. Look at this Five of Wands. What fun. See those little imps? Oh my gosh. So I kind of am feeling like this deck really does some fae work and is unapologetic about it, which is always going to be lovely, but it's also a more truer sort of version of the fae. The fae are not, I do a lot of fae work, and the fae can be really wonderful to work with, but also, you know, don't mess around. Just don't. Oh. So this morning, if you check my Instagram, my post this morning was the Three of Arrows from the Wildwood Tarot, and it's corresponding Three of Swords. It's kind of fabulous. The colors on this deck are very subdued. Lots of sort of, I don't want to say monochrome, but kind of feelings. I think we could have done without the border if we're going to do a full deck review, kind of a deal. I don't know that we need the border, but it's beautiful. I am kind of tickled that this is the choice I made this morning. Frequently when I make the decision to go buy a new deck, I do so by, you know, okay, I'm going to go to this location and I'm going to walk in front of the tarot decks or the oracle decks, and I'm going to let one talk to me and let it decide. I am not a person who believes you need to be gifted your decks. And I'm not a person that believes you can have too many. If you've been following along at all, I don't think we've had a repeat yet, and we won't for a while, I don't think. Maybe, who knows? But I kind of let my intuition guide me to the next purchase. And sometimes I've been disappointed. Sometimes the box cover doesn't match the heart of the card. It's very easy. We've got 78 cards, and it'd be very easy to pick a deck and say, you know, I'm going to pick this one card to represent the deck. and put that on your cover, and those can be misleading. If your deck has 2 or 3 really beautiful happy cards and then all the rest are sort of dark and angsty, and you put the beautiful happy ones on, it's going to be a little disappointing to get into the deck and have those cards be a little sadder, a little angstier. This deck followed through. Its entire vibe is just right there on the cover of this box. It's just right there. Not so far, no disappointments. I'm going to go do my introductory tarot spread. It's just, I start off with a list of questions, which is basically, what card do you feel represents your personality as a deck the best? What card do you feel represents our work together, or what our work together will be? What card do you feel what card do you feel represents the thing you're here to teach me? And things like that. It's not a set thing. It's really I start off with pretty much those 3 basic questions, and then let any other questions just kind of come as they come and as they happen. It's been very helpful. It breaks the deck in a little bit. It lets the deck know that I'm serious about my work with it. And it lets me know who the deck is as a guide for the spiritual work. And I think I will probably, I may do another video about that spread. Still trying to decide how things are going this week. Anyway, you can find us at lunarmagicteatime.com. You can email us at lunarmagicteatime.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can buy merch at Teespring. Tomorrow I am making Love Thyself candles, and so you're probably going to want to find me on Instagram, Kristen Fadich. If you want to buy some Love Thyself candles for work on self-acceptance and things like that, they're going to be absolutely breathtaking. I'm already so excited about how pretty they're going to be. God, they're going to be so pretty. Guys, really excited. If you like this sort of thing, can you leave me a comment? Because I'm trying to find my feet with this gig. And this is the work that I'm most passionate about forever and always. So leave me comments, share with your friends. You guys know the drill. And have a great day.